Everyone, and welcome to r/Darwin Awards, where we commemorate those who improve our gene pool by removing themselves from it in the most spectacular way possible. Before we begin, if you like what you hear, hit that subscribe button and give me some likes. I have not written or experienced any of these stories directly myself. In the description below, I'll include some links if you guys want to have a more expanded look into the stories, which in turn will also have the dates that they occurred. I'm not going to include the dates when I read the stories just to make it more of a flow. Remember when your mom told you to stop horsing around on the escalators? Well, our next Darwin Award winner didn't quite learn that lesson in time. Like a plot out of Sherlock Holmes, officials found a dead body mysteriously crumpled at 2 a.m. in the morning at the bottom of a UP escalator at an Amtrak station at the New Carrollton stop. Perplexed with no eccentric fictional detective to call, officials did the next best thing. They watched the CCTV cameras. The footage showed a man running up the down escalators shortly after midnight. When he reached the top, no doubt out of breath, he lost his balance and tumbled backwards, falling all the way down the moving stairs and hitting his head smartly at the bottom. Ow. The Darwin Awards editors love to run up the down escalators, or, even more fun, running down the up escalators. Pieces of clothing were found stuck in the elevator when news crews arrived at the scene. The fabric may have been a factor in the fumble. The death did not impact the train service, and no trains were running at the time of the tumble. So I wonder what the guy was doing there. You guys have got to see some of these comments. I'll include it in after the story. Hey guys, sorry about the comments. I only realized afterwards that they are pretty blurry and you can't really read them all that well. So I'll just read some of them out. It's not going to be as funny, but okay. That escalated quickly. Escalated. Another one is amazingly not so graceful. The downside of going up, or the upside of going down. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. Can't say he didn't get his steps on his Fitbit. Escapulator. At least he got his workout in at least. Mum also said to take the stairs. Our next story is titled Skeleton Key. Another would-be thief has been discovered languishing as a pile of bones, this one by an artisan brick mason. The protruding foot and leg bones found during the building renovations belonged to a thief who tried to rob a gift shop by way of the second-floor chimney 15 years before, or so speculated bemused authorities. Maybe he should have tried using a skeleton key instead. Now I know we all lose our keys, but that's taking things a bit too far. Our next winner from Brazil was working at the car wash. At work, Manuel was responsible for cleaning out the storage tanks of gasoline tanker trucks. He'd been employed in that capacity for about 2 months when he ran afoul of fuel. The 35-year-old began to fill the tanker with water, a standard safety procedure that forces flammable vapor out of the container. He returned an hour later to check whether the water level was high enough to proceed. But he had trouble deciding because it was so dark inside the tanker. A resourceful employee, Manuel forgot the very reason why he was filling the tank with water when he lit a cigarette lighter to shed some light on the situation. His little test successfully determined that the water level was not yet high enough for safety. The vapor explosion launched him through the air and he landed in the company parking lot 100 meters away. Manuel suffered severe burns, blunt force trauma, and an injury to the head that exposed his brain. Our witless car washer had learned his terminal lesson in safety by the time the firemen arrived. And literally 10 years and 7 days later, exactly the same place, Brazil, we have our next winner. Mechanic Sergio A. Rosa, 49, was welding a gas tanker that curiously exploded, sending his remains flying 400 meters through the air. And some of these comments, they hold no punches.